Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's training on how to find conventions, meetings, and other groups. My name is Mark Krebs. I'm a team leader with Team Sunset, part of Team Empire, and Team Rising Tide. I've been with Archer and Evolution for over 2 years, but I have been a travel agent for over 10. So a lot of this knowledge and wisdom I am giving you has been definitely learned by me over the years. So I've got a lot of good knowledge and tidbits that I'm going to give you guys on how to find these groups and increase your bottom line in terms of commissions, gaining new clients, and gaining repeat clients. So one of the best ways, and I talk about this a lot, is your marketing strategy. You've got to get out there and market yourself. And by a show of hands in the participants list or in the chat, how many of you have seen my local marketing training and are using some of those steps? If you have not seen my local marketing trainings or any marketing trainings, what I will do is I will put my YouTube link into the chat box and into the description of this video for those of you who are watching it on replay, so that you can go to my channel and watch that particular video. Okay, so that is part number one for finding these groups. Number two, you have to do the research in your local area or your regional area to find what kinds of events are coming up. Okay, so check your community calendars for the next few months. Check your community calendars out a year and a half, because these conventions are set in stone, usually a year to a year and a half. Take a look at our family reunion. We know the dates. We know the location. Well, not right now for 2025 because they don't announce it until 2024 at convention. There are plenty of rumors flying around, though. So the organizers know where the location is, but we as attendees don't know where it is. But most of the time, attendees know if they hold them in the same spot every year. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to reach out to those organizers and say, hey, I'm a travel agent. I would like to try to work with you to bring in your attendees and your vendors and secure room blocks for them in the hotels if you're not already working with a travel agent. Okay? Or watch your Facebook pages and get involved in these groups if there are public Facebook pages. Here's a story for you guys of how I got involved in one just this year and locked up a $48,000 booking in 2 days. Just this within the last 10 days. I was watching a local Facebook page for an ice fishing institute that is held every year. It's been held every year for the past 6 years. Last year, I was watching the page and there were complaints from the vendors about not being able to secure rooms close to the event because there was no room block able to be made because the block was made too late. So there were only a limited number of rooms. And this event brings in 10,000 plus people over 3 days and over 100 local and regional and national vendors. So I went to the organizer after the event. Actually, I went to the organizer in April because I know him well, because I've taken his storm spotter training classes, because he's the head of the National Weather Service in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. His name is Todd Heidkamp. And I said to him, hey, Todd, I'm a travel agent. I saw all the complaints last year from the vendors about not being able to get a room close to the event. Would you like for me to take care of your room blocks for the event this year? He got back to me, and this was all in an email. He got back to me about a week and a half later because he's been dealing with some health issues, and which I understand, and he was on vacation. Got back to me about a week and a half later, and he said, absolutely, that would be a blessing if you could take care of it and get it done early. So I said, no problem. Now, I have a relationship with the sales and marketing managers, and this is key. is to establish these relationships with the sales and marketing managers and staff at local hotels and other local vendors. So I go up to do this. I go into their facilities and I actually have a physical sit down meeting with them, introduce myself, introduce my services to them, and say, how can we partner together? What can we do to work together to bring more business to you and to me? And it's a 50-50 split. They refer people to me who are traveling, who are looking for travel agents, and I bring in room blocks for them, increasing their bottom line. So I started working with these sales and marketing managers at 3 different hotels. The Holiday Inn and Suites airport location, which I have stayed at, and it is an absolutely beautiful property in Sioux Falls. The Sheraton Sioux Falls and Convention Center, which is attached to where the ICE Institute is being held. I've also worked there in the past when I was working for hotel chains. I worked for various hotel chains for 10 years. I'm also a part-time employee at IHG, which is the Holiday Inn franchise. I also have a relationship with the sales and marketing manager at Ramada, right across the street from the convention center. So I approached each of them through and said to them, look, I need to book 20 rooms for November 7th through the 11th for the ICE Institute, for the vendors. What can you guys do for me for rates? They all said, submit an RFP, a request for proposal, through our preferred sources, Devent and Speed RFP. And I'm going to put those 2 names into the chat box. They're the 2 websites that you're going to send requests for proposals to, and you can send them to multiple hotels if you have group events. And you will get these proposals back with what the hotels are proposing for rates, number of rooms available, and amenities, such as breakfast, free Wi-Fi, waived resort fees, stuff like that. Use these for groups of 10 or more rooms. Anything 10 or less, book them directly with the hotel individually. But 10 or more, use these RFPs or these requests for proposals and get the best rate possible for your clients. Okay? So I received my RFPs back from my 3 chosen hotels. All of them were exactly the same, $199 a night each night. Their normal rates for everybody for the public were exactly the same, $289 a night, because of these events going on in town. So I accepted the RFPs for everybody at $199 a night. And I split my rooms, 5 king rooms, 15 double for each hotel. So I've got 20 rooms at 3 different hotels. Okay. So that's 80 rooms at each hotel for 4 nights. That comes out to 240 rooms at $200 a night. That comes out to a $48,000 booking that I made, because these rooms are guaranteed to fill with all of these vendors. $48,000 booking, guys, for a process that took me an hour and a half to do. And I secured a $48,000 booking. And the beauty part of it is that in my contracts, I specifically put individuals guarantee the rooms and will pay on their own. My agency is not on the hook. My client is not on the hook for the rooms. And I did this by watching the Facebook page from last year's event and watching the complaints and approaching the organizer and saying, hey, I can fix this. That commission to me comes out to $4,320 because Sheraton is part of Marriott and Marriott only pays 7%, which sucks. But I'm getting my IATAN card next year, guys, because of this booking. I am guaranteed my IATAN card next year because of this one booking. I have several other bookings in the pipeline that are paying out at the same time, which will put me over for my IATAN card. But this one booking guarantees it. So Tanya asked, can I share the contract that I use? I don't create the contract. That's the beauty of it. The hotels do. The wording that I put in it, though, I will share right now. Let me find the email that I send to Jose, or that I send to the hotels. Let me see here. I'm finding it. Hold on. Let me go into my speed RFP and I'll show you guys what speed RFP actually looks like. No, not CVent. I'll take a look at CVent here quick. I better award this one. Okay, there we go. So let me show you guys what it's going to look like. This is from CVent. So this is who I use for Ramada. So this is the response. Here are the RFP details that I put in. So you put in like your event details, your event name, it's an in-person, 20 rooms, the dates, whether it's a first-time event or not, . you put in your sleeping room requirements. So this is what I needed: 5 singles, 15 doubles. If you need meeting rooms or event space, that's how you do it. If you're working in all-inclusive resort, you can put in all-inclusive, a comprehensive complete meeting package, a daily meeting package, stuff like that. And then general information about the rooms. So you can put in, this is where you get all of your information. So it's a 10% commission rate that I requested. I actually need to call them and find out why it's lower. Yes, Kelly, I will put in my YouTube channel at the end of the meeting. Yes, if it's 10 rooms or less, you are going to still do a group booking tracking form, a group commission tracking form, and you can still sign a contract with the hotel. Now, all contracts must be approved through Archer, and I will show you what a contract looks like. Let me open it up here. So this is the contract from Ramada. This is what Ramada sends me. Okay, so these are their rates. And actually, they gave me a better rate on Thursday and Sunday. So they're the ones that come up with the rate. It's an individual call-in reservation. They have a cutoff date. Individual pay zone. So Todd is not on the hook for anything. So that's why they have it highlighted. And then this is just their terms and conditions.
Hey, Mark, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, Dory, go ahead.
So how do you know when those people book so that you can put in your commission?
I call the hotel, and after the cutoff date, and I get a list. I get a room block list.
Okay. And then if they don't book, you're not responsible for the date for the book.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. The room's released to the general public after the cutoff date. So in this case, the 18th.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yep. That's how it gets written in the contract, so that you are not on the hook for the rooms. Tanya, what are you confused about? Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hi, this is a first time I've been to one of your meetings
Okay,
or
no
trainings.
problem.
This whole group thing is very confusing.
Okay.
I had a situation when I first started with Archer, and I was trying to get a contract with a company who required this. They needed
Okay.
room blocks. And what I was running into was the independent hotels.
Did you talk to the sales manager or the general manager about about needing a contract?
I did, but they were very rude about it.
Did you explain to them that it was the company's policy that they needed a contract for the room blocks?
Yes.
If they were very rude about it and unwilling to do it, I would not have done business with those hotels, and I would have moved on.
I did, and
Good.
was not able to find anything. But I guess what I'm confused about is you're doing a room block, obviously, for a large crowd.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you not come out of pocket for holding those rooms?
Because I set it up as individual pays own, and rooms will be released on a cutoff date. So
Okay,
I set a cutoff date, or the hotel sets a cutoff date. And in this case, Ramada set a cutoff date for reservations of Thursday, October 17th. I had requested 30 days prior to the event, and the event is November 7th. So with Holiday Inn and Sheridan, they set their cutoff dates as October 7th. Sheridan gave, or Ramada gave, an extra 10 days to the attendees for their cutoff date before they released the rooms to the general public. Now, if we had said there is no cutoff date and we are paying these on a master charge, so this room and tax to master, individual pays incidentals, then we would have been on the hook for those rooms had they not been sold. But when it's an individual pay own, then you are not on the hook for those.
okay, perfect. And so the speed RFD and the C
Event,
Vant, um, is that just like a supplier request? Is that what that is?
basically,
Or
yes. It's a way to get multiple requests for proposals out to hotels in the area and to compare them for the best prices for your client.
I feel like a retard. Okay.
Yep.
I was
No, you're
so
trust me, you're
confused
not a
about that.
retard. It this is something that confuses a lot of people. This particular
Okay,
part
so I would
of
fill
the
out,
group's training does.
so I would use these two sites, fill out the request, and send it to multiple hotels.
Right, and it does it automatically for you. It saves you so much time than getting on the phone, calling the sales managers for each hotel, and then talking to them.
Perfect.
It sends it automatically to multiple hotels for you, and then you can
See?
award those RFPs based on what you and your client like, and you can forward these RFPs to your client for their review. Or you
Okay,
can make the
perfect.
decision for your client.
Okay, because I live in the country, so I'm really rural, like 45 minutes out from the biggest city.
Sure.
So, but we have like rodeo days out here. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
perfect. That's a
wondering,
perfect
yeah.
event to try to book room blocks for.
Okay, so I would
Where
have to
exactly are
go
you, Tanya?
into,
And I can give you a little guidance of how to do it.
I'm in Texas,
Okay.
and I live in a small town called Wallace.
I've actually heard of it.
And the town Belleville at the Washington County Fair
Yep.
has rodeo days, and we also have them downtown in Houston.
Yep.
So,
So you would be looking at Houston. You would be looking at Houston for your room blocks.
correct.
So there's where you're going to really be using CVent and Speed RFP,
Correct.
because you're going to be sending these RFPs to dozens of hotels, and that is going to save you so much time.
Okay, so that's kind of where I was confused about, was how all of this played in. But now that I'm understanding what the individual call in, so you need to make sure that these hotels are sending the individual call in along with a cutoff date, and you know you're 100% not responsible.
Correct. Let me see if I can
Okay.
actually find the email, because I think it's actually in my other email account that I
I'm
use.
sorry. Oh, I used to live in Waller. Hey.
So Mark, I'm going to ask a question on top of what she's
Yeah,
talking
Dory,
about.
go for it.
So you fill these out and then you call the salesperson and you email that to them, correct?
Uh-huh.
And then they email you back a proposal and then you send that to Archer.
No. I send the actual unsigned contract to Archer to have them review it, to have Jose and Susie review it prior to me sending it to my client for signature.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay.
So this is how your email needs to read to the hotel. Okay. So you need to have the block name, the contact name for the block, Nowhere on this contract does your name need to be. Okay, because you are not going to be responsible for anything on this contract. The contact's address and their phone number, Archer's IATA number, and the name. Okay, and then the commission percentage rate of 10%, unless it's a Marriott property, then it is 7%. And then this is very important. Okay, the group will be individual guarantees only. No master charges will be billed unless it is a direct bill account that is set up with the hotel to the company. And I do not run into those very often. I'm working with 2 direct bill accounts right now, and one of them is being a pain in my butt because they're not paying the charge.
Can you copy and paste that into the chat so we have like an
example? Absolutely.
Yes, please. Thank you.
And is all the hotels 10% except for Marriott?
Yep. Don't ever go with Red Roof, though. Do not ever book with Red Roof. It's only 3%. I have found that out. I would never put my client at a Red Roof again, but my client wanted the cheapest thing. There you go, guys. Just ignore the contact phone number, name, block name, address, and all that. Okay. So, Julia asks, how is the best way to find these group clients? The best way is to watch your community calendars. Watch them for these events. Look at them for the year out. Okay? Look at Facebook pages. If you know there's a convention in town, look and see when their next one is going to be because they usually announce the dates. Get in touch with the organizers early. Like as soon as that one convention is over, get in touch with the organizers. Tony Evans and the convention planning crew are already planning for 2025 for family reunion. Already, and we haven't even done our convention yet. If you know people in the corporate world, ask them if they have a convention or if they're considering doing a convention, and then get in touch with those organizers. This is great for holidays. If you know people and families that are traveling and want to travel together, this is great for group bookings. This is what I'm talking about. This is not just for conventions and meetings. This is great for group bookings too, guys. If you have, in many hotels, if you have 6 or more rooms, it is a group. Okay, one of my friends goes to themed parties and they book entire floors of hotel rooms as a group. And that is considered a group booking. Now, I am going to show you something that is different than your traditional commission tracking form. There is no limit, Doris or Dory. There is no limit. D, no, I didn't charge Todd a fee. He's a friend of mine. I've known him for 20 years. I normally charge a 10% service fee. Disney and Universal would be an awesome group. And you can talk to their groups departments there and they can cut you a deal. I'm going to show you guys the group booking commission tracking form right now because it differs from our individual commission tracking forms. Let me get into it here. Okay. Share my screen again. So you just go into commissions, commission tracking form like always. If you have a group booking, please click here for the group booking form. Okay. These are the group requirements. It says right here, do not sign group hotel contracts. You must send it over to groupcontracts@archertravel.com to have Jose and Susie look it over. Okay. And they will get back to you within a couple of hours usually. So same day you send it over, Jose and Susie will look it over and they will give you the okay, or they'll tell you need to change wording. If you put the wording in that I sent to you guys, then you're perfect. Air groups. If you are planning a convention that is going to fly folks, this is in the Travel Cafe under group bookings. If you are doing air groups, talk to your platinum about how to do this. If you have a minimum of 12 passengers, you can go through Archer and request group air through the Travel Cafe. Anybody on Team Sunset who's listening to this, please get with me after this meeting, and I will talk to you about this. Everybody else, get with your platinum and find out what the best way to do this is. I don't agree with Archer's service fee because of the work that they're doing, but we're also doing work doing the research on this. Okay. It's $20 per ticket domestic air, $40 for international that you have to collect from the client and then pay to Archer. You do have the option of booking them individually. Okay, and collecting a service fee that way. Or a ticketing fee that way. Group cruises, your typical stuff, work with the cruise line, work with Peggy. Okay. All group bookings will need a group commission form, tracking form filled out on the Travel Cafe website. That includes group cruises, guys. So here is the group booking commission tracking form. It's similar, but it's different. You're going to put your name, your Evolution Agent ID, your email that is on file with Archer and Evolution, departure date, return date, itinerary. Okay, so convention trip to Las Vegas, let's say. You're going to put the supplier name. So let's just say Mirage Hotel or South Point Hotel. Let's just say that. You are going to get a group booking number if you are doing just a hotel. And then you are going to get individual booking numbers for each room that is booked. You're going to put everybody's individual names just like you do on a trip on a traditional commission tracking form. You're going to put the trip total price and the estimated commission total. You are then going to upload the signed contract from your client as well as the group rooming list if it is a hotel booking. Exactly, Nicole. If it is over another one, submit. If it is over 8 rooms, submit, fill it all out again. We had to do 7 of these suckers for a group of 55 that Rianne Lima and I just handled. You put in all the same information and it goes to commissions. Does everybody understand the group commission tracking form? This goes for group cruises and group hotels. Dory, it is in the Travel Cafe under group bookings. You just click on group bookings. It is right up here under group booking commission form. These bookings are gold mines. Some are going to take you an hour. Some can take you 2 to 3 weeks to plan and execute. I'm not going to lie. The group booking that Rianne and I did that turned into an $85,000+ booking for us took us 6 weeks to plan. And I had because she is in Europe right now on a month-long vacation, I turned into the primary travel agent on the booking while she was gone. And I had a week worth of nerves because I had to put out any fire that was going on with the vendors and suppliers that we were using, which were multiple, and any travel related issues from California to the East Coast and back, with and then hotels, buses, you name it, I had to take care of it. But it turns into money. Angela, if you have over 8, you put all the same information on each form. So it's your total estimated commission on each form. So it's not per form. Okay, so let me tell you guys this. My instant commission take in our service fee, we charge them $50 per hour for work. My instant commission take was $6,200. My traditional commission take is going to be about $1,500. That's all convention money for me. So I wish the 6,200 would count towards my IATN card for this year, but it doesn't. So what? Yeah, D, I will. So when you close the booking out with the client, as soon as they agree to the contract, they sign it, they send it back to you, you send it to the hotel, and you keep a copy of the contract on you. Because you have to send it in with that commission tracking form. And then you're done. The only other work you have to do, guys, is your commission tracking form once you get the room block list from the hotels. That's it. And then you sit back and wait for your commission to come in. Unless you are doing additional work on that group, such as flights, getting people to and from. If it's just hotels, it's that simple. You just do your typical thank you to your client, and you're done. And you say, I'll see you next year. In my case, I'm going to the event. He's giving me free tickets to the event to thank me for my work on this. Not that I'm an ice fishing enthusiast, but I'm going to take my business cards. I'm using it as a business opportunity because he has some ice fishing tourism people there, but I can help people get to those places. So I'm using it as a business opportunity. So that's how I closed that one out. Samantha, if the customers need to make payments for a Disney booking for a reservation, would they have to pay it all up front for the contract we have with the hotel, so to speak? Theoretically, no. That you would have to talk to group bookings about at Disney. I would think we could make it as a typical reservation and they can do payments on it, but you would have to check with groups on that. Simone, I actually do not know about TC credits, tour conducting credits for cruises, because I've never done one. That would be a Krista Wiley question, to be totally honest with you. So, or talk to your mentor or your platinum about that. Carla, can I explain a little bit more about my statement of being a meeting planner? Am I understanding that I am getting the Wyndham or Marriott rewards? Yes, I absolutely can. So, I have signed up with with Wyndham, IHG Business Rewards, and Marriott and Hilton, because I booked because I book travel for others and I plan these meetings and I plan these events so that I can get rewards points for planning these based on the number of rooms that I sell to their hotel. That is what being a meeting planner is. So I get 3 points per dollar spent on the room rates at Marriott. You have to complete their meeting excellence program, which I will have done by time this event is over. Actually, I'm doing that this week. But it is a way to get more loyalty points for yourself in addition to your commission. If they are a loyalty member, Dory, they also get their loyalty points. I'm just getting it for the entire room block. For the entire amount of the room block. But they also get their loyalty points. So with Wyndham, I'm a meeting planner. IHG, I'm a business rewards meeting planner. Hilton, I'm a meeting planner, and I got thrown with my group because I gave him 2 group blocks that totaled over $10,000 to the hotel. He threw me extra meeting planner points as well. And then Hilton, I'm a meeting planner as well. IHG rewards is just a loyalty program. All of these are loyalty programs. So if you go into, like, for Marriott, Francine, if you go into ta.marriott.com and where you've done your Marriott hotel excellence training, if you go into meetings, you can do the meetings excellence training and become a certified meeting planner with Marriott. That's just an additional training to boost your knowledge of how to sell meetings for Marriott and how to sell room blocks for them and additional meeting space in their properties. And then you can get additional rewards for doing that in addition to your commission. It's the same way with all the other hotels. Hyatt and Hilton, IHG, Wyndham, all the major hotel brands usually do it. So that's how I became a meeting planner, Julia, is when I started doing groups. I have found that most of these groups are planning these large meetings or are bringing in 10 or more people for these meetings. So that's when I became a meeting planner for these. And I develop a rapport with these sales reps and these sales managers right off the bat so that I can work with them closely about what my needs are. I also used to work in the hotel industry. So I know what these clients' needs are already when they're coming into the hotels for these meetings. So I have that knowledge of the setup, teardown process, the knowledge of how to book these with the hotels already. If there isn't a sales manager at the hotel, if it's a small hotel franchise, then talk to the general manager or the front desk manager. You work for Hyatt, Dory? That's awesome. I've worked for IHG, I've worked for Wyndham, I've worked for Choice, I have worked for Marriott in my 10 years in hotels. So, and then I also used to work for United Airlines. And then I got into the travel industry. That's how I got into the travel industry first, was by working for United and then the hotels, and then I became a travel agent. What other questions are there tonight? And that pretty much closes out my my presentation for tonight. OD, yes, absolutely. If I have a big enough group, I ask them to provide goodies for the group. On my last group, I had 3 VIP guests, and they upgraded them to suites for free for me. and they provided goodie baskets in their rooms for them at no extra charge for my group as well. Yeah, no problem, Nicole. Let me put my YouTube link into the chat box here for everybody.
So Mark, I have to say, I got on here because I thought you were going to show us how to look at all the convention things that were going on at convention. But I'm glad I stayed on and listened to the rest of this. This is pretty good.
Yeah, no, this has nothing to do about family reunion. Trust me. All of that information, if you guys are looking for it, is in the Whova app. Download it if you have not. There are right now, as of this moment, let me look. There are 2,569 unread messages in my Whova app in the community right now. There are so many different topics, guys, for convention that are going on. I am hosting a meetup. If you're coming in the 29th, I am actually hosting an in-person meetup at the Cantina Island Bar at 7 o'clock on the 29th from 7 to 8:30. That you guys can RSVP to. Just go into the community tab and click on meetups and virtual events and find it. You guys are more than welcome to join me. It's going to be an in-person talk about finding conventions, meetings, and other group opportunities. Coach Val is actually going to be there. So if you guys don't know who Coach Val is, Valerie Rutherford is one of our Founders Council members. She's been in the business for several years, and my jaw absolutely dropped when I saw that she had RSVP'd to my event. So Coach Val will be there. There are several other people who are going to be there right now. We have 16 people who are going to be there right now, but 7 to 8:30 at the Cantina Island Bar because I have a dinner reservation at 9. So what other questions do you guys have for tonight? I am going to, my contact information, my email and my phone number are there. Let me put my Facebook into the chat box. There's my Facebook profile. Feel free to follow me or friend me on there and message me on Facebook as well if you guys have more questions. This training is recorded. It will be posted to the team chats as well as my YouTube here shortly, probably within the next hour or so.
And hey, Mark, can I ask a question? I did come in a few minutes late, so I apologize
Absolutely,
for
Carla.
having to repeat information. So just connecting that last dot for me. So once you've secured the contract with the hotels, and then you're communicating that to your client for the group, are you leaving it to them, or is it a mutual understanding of how you guys will manage communicating the group block? And
I leave it to the client.
Okay. And then it just automatically falls off 30 days prior to
falls
that.
off my
And then
shoulders
you,
until it's time to get the room block list.
nice. Okay.
I love it. It's easy money. For
Awesome.
hotel room blocks, it's easy money. Now, if I'm planning a full-blown convention and I'm
Mhm.
setting up meeting space and AV stuff and the room
That's a
block,
whole nother ball of
catering
wax.
and everything, that is a whole different ball of wax, and I am charging more than my normal 10% on that.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
am charging probably 15 or 20% service fee right on the top, plus my commission.
Awesome.
So, but I
Thank you.
haven't run into that problem yet, thankfully. Now, I do destination weddings and honeymoons, and those are fun.
Right.
So, but yeah, I leave it. And most of the time, most of the brands will actually give you a web link that will directly link to the group block that the organizers can send out. So you don't have to touch it.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Dory, you're looking at Marietta. What's the website that you're looking at? Exactly. And let me take a look at it. Marriott. Okay, let me find it here quick, and then I'll throw the direct link in there. So Marriott Travel, you're in Marriott Travel Agents, so travelagents.marriott.com.
Yes, I'm in the business meetings. So
That's what it is.
Is that where it's at? Okay, perfect.
Yep, it's under business meetings and then meetings excellence.
Okay, I don't see the training though. So I
It's
already
meetings excellence.
What is meetings? Where was that? I think that's what I was looking for.
Yep. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to I'm just Hotel Excellence Home. I'm just looking. Hold on.
That's fine because I already did their training.
Yeah, you've already done the Hotel Excellence training. Now
Right.
you need to do the meetings excellence training.
Okay.
So find and reserve. Let me do this. Find a hotel for groups.
Mark, it's Ed Castle. I've done the Hotel Excellence on Marriott. Is the Meeting Excellence on the same site?
That's what I'm looking for right now.
Okay.
That is what I am looking for right now.
Cool.
I see Hotel Excellence, but
Yeah, I'm looking for it. Hold on. I know I found it just the other day. Marriott Commission policies, Commission for all health and resources home, hotel excellence cues. I'm just looking at the FAQs right now.
yeah, that's what I was going to look at.
And Mark, because I came in late, where can I
Yeah.
find this recording?
I will be posting it to the Rising Tide Trainers chats along with the Team Empire Trainers chats.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Let me see if it's in the dashboard. It may be there actually. Resources, supplemental modules, selling strategies, resources. You know what? Shoot me a message on Facebook and I will try to dig it up. Yeah, send me a message through Facebook. I will dig it up and I will send it to everybody.
Okay.
Because I am not finding it right now for some unknown reason. So.
Oh.
And it's not in supplemental modules and it's not in the CE modules for some reason. So I've got to find it. I'm not really sure where it is. So I found it once. I've got to find it again.
I do that same thing.
I'm going to try one thing here though.
Let's see. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm going to have to dig it up. Shoot me a message on Facebook, guys, and I will find it. I'll find it tonight.
I spelled that wrong, but
the Rising Tide Trainers chat, your trainers will send it out. The trainers will send it out to the team, Ed. So make sure to ask your mentor for this training. Otherwise, go to my YouTube. It'll be posted on there in about an hour.
Thanks, Mark.
Yep. D, yes, I use Branch Up all the time. I also use the e-marketing feature on Branch Up.
oh, I found it.
You found it, Dory? Go ahead and post the link into the chat, please.
Okay, I got to go back to the link. Now I gotta find it again. So it's
Well, I'm
where
just
you
looking for that.
actually, it's where you actually do your training for the
For
fan.
HE, for Hotel Excellence.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll dig it up then. Thank you.
Let's see if I can find it again.
And Mark, do you have a training on Branch Up specifically?
I sure do. Well, I have it on the I'd be happy to go over it with you one-on-one, actually. Let me
Okay.
let me throw my Calendly link in there.
Thank you.
Mhm. Set up a meeting with me, and I'd be more than happy to go over Branch Up with you of how to get it all set up and everything. Hi, Jessica. I didn't see you come in. Oh Lord, and Harvey's here. Hi, Harvey. I didn't see your name in the list. I didn't scroll down that long, Jessica. Stop. Yes, and that's Harvey from Team Empire. He's one of my biggest fans as well. He's also one of our leaders on Team Empire and one of our trainers. So
we trying to get in on these group bookings, Mark. We trying to get that group juju going over here, brother.
I know you are. So hey, Carmen. Any other questions tonight, guys? All right. If not, you guys have my contact information. Please feel free to email me. Shoot me a text or give me a call if you guys have questions, or shoot me a Facebook message. I put my Facebook into the chat a little while ago. I will stick it in here again just in case you missed it.
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, no problem. This will be posted on my YouTube channel here shortly. But again, if you guys do have any
You just beat
questions,
me to
please
it.
do not hesitate to reach out to me. Harvey, I will talk to you in the chat later about this, buddy. So thank you guys very much. I do my trainings every Tuesday night at this same time on this same Zoom. Thank you all very much, and I can't wait to see some of you at convention this year, and I will see you all next week, hopefully. Have a great rest of your evening, everybody.